Okay, everybody, new glasses. Trigun Stampede. We're reaching towards the end now. This episode, okay, episode 10, Humanity. Now, this obviously is going in a different direction. Now, we start off with Meryl, I said Millie, and Roberto, and they encounter the doctor. Now, Zazie the Beast is still there, trying to like throw her weight around on the situation, but it results into them following the doctor. And the doctor explains to them a few things regarding humanity, and she's saying how the one who was with Vash in the beginning, that whole process with the plants and floral would take a very long time on the planet. Because the planet is basically a dust ball, desert and everything. So he shows them where he does things to people, experimentation, changing them. But he said how these people were orphans, people who were marked for death, ill. So but you can see that Meryl is horrified by this. And they go down this whole path until eventually they find a place where they were experimenting on. They test tube babies. And there's that girl, the blonde girl we saw before. She snaps out of her tube and attacks them. While that's happening, we have Vash and Wolfwood. Of course, and there's another thing I want to bring up about this season, about this show, that I don't think people understand something of. I truly believe Vash had very little fight scenes in this season of this show versus the original anime. And I'm probably right because I've only count. I mean, okay, he fought Mine, E.G. Mine. He fought, Gale, the Gale guy. But aside from that, he didn't fight anyone. If you really boil down to it, he's only fought two dudes. And the rest was Wolfwood. Now, that's something to really take home here because this is episode 10. And, basically what happens in this scene in the episode, Vash is confronted. They find him, the police guy from like episode 1 or 2. And this one random dude says, "My parents died there," at Janahoya Rock. And he shoots Vash. And Vash just stands there. And then after that sequence, Wolfwood's with him. And he's trying to take care of himself because he got shot. And then Wolfwood sees Vash's scars. I think it was a little bit more of an impact in the original anime, but this reveal still is very shocking. Now, that's what's happening there. And, it's shocking and, what have you. Now, Wolfwood goes on his own after this scene, going somewhere. And Vash is supposedly on his way to confront Knives. Now, we do have another scene. Meryl and Roberto running away from that girl who's throwing nails at them. Her name would lose me at the moment. They come to save them. She's screaming her head off because of Wolfwood. And, she's like, "Yeah, I'm hurt." But, worse for wear, Vash tries to help her. She shoos him away, saying about knives and everything. And Wolfwood and Vash go on their way. They split up, obviously. But the shock of all shocks happens. Roberto gets stabbed by one of the nails from that girl. Now, I'm going to say something controversial. They did that on purpose. Yeah, I'm calling it right now. They did that on purpose. I see what you're doing, Orange. I see what you're doing. Okay? Now, be it from me as a humble person who watched Trigun back in the the original, and someone who's watching this now, but don't you think you could have avoided a lot of red tape if you simply just put in Millie originally? That's right. They killed him. They killed Roberto on purpose. At least that's how I see it. And that if there's probably going to be a season 2, that this is not ending here. It's not. Vash is not defeating Knives here. I just don't see that happening. And then we're going to get Millie. That's my personal opinion. They probably saved her for the next season. Now, this altercation, he dies, obviously, Roberto. Meryl grabs the gun. She's on her way somewhere. We don't know where. And now we got this confrontation between Vash and Knives. Now, it doesn't go anywhere. Knives basically says he's going to remake Vash. Boy, he's more like him. Hey, good job. He'll be a psychopath. So, he does is, Vash tries to confront him, and Knives opens up this floor. Vash falls through. He has that little thing on his metal arm to try to get him out. Knives cuts it, and he falls into this pool of water. I thought it was actually like, some kind of fan that was going to chop him up to bits. But no, it was a pool of water of some kind of liquid. So I guess that he's going to remake him? Like, hey, Knives. But that was basically the episode. So, listen, the thing with Roberto, I know for a fact a lot of people were pissed off that they didn't put in Millie. But this episode proves one thing. They don't give a shit about Roberto. They don't. Because they just killed him off. Like, I personally believe this is what's going on here. You could say, in some aspects, that Roberto is like the before character. Not saying it's a prequel, because it's not, but they're treating his character as that. Somebody who came in, helped Meryl, helped her find her ways and all that jazz, and they kill him off. Take it or leave it, but that's what I personally think. Now, overall, I thought this episode was pretty good. It established a few things. Also, we see where Wolfwood went. He went to see the doctor. And he just threw this little sheet of paper and he got the hell out of there. Basically had to do with Vash. Anyway. We see the doctor's atoning for things and atoning for Knives. And Knives was, he threw in Vash's face the fact that he wanted the thing to crash. And I'm like, no, that's not what he wanted. You wanted that. That's not what Vash wanted. But now he's saying how Vash is trying to make amends, atone, all that stuff. And it's like, come on. He's trying to make him like him. Like, eh. Overall, but like I said, 10 out of 10. Very good episode. I believe we only have two more, and that's it. I know Stray Dogs is 13, but I think Trigun, I believe Trigun is 12. So, two more episodes to go. I don't think we're gonna get much here. I think it's just gonna be like, because you see, the thing people need to realize is there's actually two different mangas here. There's Trigun, and then there's Trigun Maximum. Now, Trigun Maximum is, I think, a little, it goes forward in time with Vash and stuff. So maybe what might happen is they'll have this season, and then the next season that comes out, it has to do with Trigon Maximum. We'll see. Who knows? But overall, I thought this was a good episode. Established a few things, characters. It's like, dude, Orange, I see what you're freaking doing, man. You just kill Roberto. He didn't care. You didn't give a $2 shit for him. You did it. You're like, he's dead. Bye-bye. It's like, he's not going to be in this show now. Okay. I'm just going to be very blunt. He did not have a lasting effect on this show. I'm very sorry. All he was the lighter version of Wolfwood, and he was very cynical, very negative about a lot of things. And Meryl crying for him. Okay, I understand. He's like her senpai, if you want to say it that way, the higher up, the one who was helping her. But I think this was just a way to get her to get out of her shell, to grow as a person for Meryl. I think that's what it was. And I think the next season, really. But this has been Bonkai 922. I'll see you guys later. Freaking knives, man. I'll see you.